Hello, everybody. I am Yolanda Marie. There is a little something brewing in the collective energy just underneath the surface, okay? Moving toward this full moon. And there are some activations going on. We had a solar storm right before I recorded this. So just take care of yourselves, okay, guys? And let's go ahead and get into it. Hello, Gemini soul family. You are either coming together with someone else, or you might be coming together with various connections, okay? Just resources around you to create some kind of change, Gemini. And it's major change, even if what we're talking about here is not a big event, okay? What you're changing about it is big. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense here, okay? But you guys are pretty smart, so I'm sure I'm making sense to you in some way, but you're going to want to see where this applies to you because it's pretty important, Gemini. The reason it's important is you may not have noticed you could create this change or have this effect, but now that you know the energy is in your favor here and that this quantum creativity is already flowing toward some sort of new beginning, some sort of fresh start is really what it is. You can use this energy. Whatever this is may allow you to take a leap or take some sort of, the word risk does not necessarily apply. Maybe to some of you it feels like a risk, or it might have felt like a risk in the past, right? But either way, it's some sort of leap though, a leap forward, okay? It's momentum that perhaps you did not feel supported in taking before, Gemini. So this reading is set to activate the installation of these resources. You have to get quiet now. Whereas before, when you were quiet and in the state of renewal, you were not able to really integrate the resources the same way. Okay, perhaps you were integrating properly, but not the way you'll be integrating now because you're not going to have the same distractions. There's something that's been cleared from your experience, from your field. And it's because of some work that you've done. You have been able to shine the light in places, and it's able to shine now where it wasn't able to shine before. I hope I'm making sense here. Okay, Gemini? And so now you want to rest and renew, but you're going to be able to keep going in a way that you weren't able to keep going before. That's what's happening, Gemini. And so what's going to happen is this is going to help shift you out of the experience of feeling like there was something there you didn't know that you needed to know, or just some sort of murky energy around you, Gemini, as a collective. Now, this is collectively speaking, okay? So it might be big for some of you. It might be small for some of you, but it was in some area weighing at you. Now that is going to, or it has already quite likely dissipated, which is why you can move into this rest. So this energy wants to activate this period of beautiful, relaxed rest where you can really receive and utilize the resources that you're receiving in a more effective manner. Now, because of that, this reading is also activating whatever you have created to come into your experience. So some sense of completion in an area of groundedness in the physical, tangible realm. You will see results where you perhaps previously couldn't see those results. And so what so many of you are probably already doing, or you might be doing this, okay, Gemini Collective? And this is definitely the advice. It's to be releasing any sort of pattern or behavior, habit that is a result of or connects you to something outside of yourself, which has some opinion over you, some hold over what you're supposed to be, okay? It could be a person, it could be a structure, anything that seeks to define you needs to go, Gemini. Total independence is what's being called for here. That's why the activation is calling you inward. It's activating you actually inward. And what's going to happen is that is going to be what produces this outward productivity, this 10 of Pentacles, wholeness, completion. That's not always about money or finance. It can be, right? But it's really about a whole complete picture. Freedom. Okay, freedom of thought is what they're talking about here. Freedom to create. It doesn't mean you have to disconnect from everyone and everything around you. That's not at all what it means. It's whatever is going to attempt to change what you naturally are, Gemini. All right, I hope this is making sense. Let me know if any of it resonates below. And I love you so much, Gemini soul family. And I will talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Libra soul family. There may be a big change on the horizon for you, or at least there is a high potential for this, okay? The energy is moving in this direction to get you to change, to create a change. You are using some sort of wisdom or being guided by some sort of wisdom deep within. You might be a healer, you might be activated into certain gifts, or you're just using this line of sight, this clear third eye sight to create a new authentic beginning in a lot of your connections or your communities or something to do with, and the word is other. It's not a negative other, right? Other is not negative, but it's things that represent themselves outside of you. So structures, people, circumstances, groups, whatever, put it where it applies to you. There is some sort of change on the horizon here, and it's birthed from inside, incited by your, let's say, divine wisdom. But you have 3 5s in your reading right away. There's lots of wisdom and magic in your reading, Libra. It's really mystical in a wonderful way. It's sort of magical. And so your activation here is to flow into this experience. Allow whatever it is to occur. Let it happen, Libra. This is going to be good because whatever it is, it's going to throw you into some kind of task or throw you into some sort of new start. You're going to be off and running. Some of you might already be doing this. Some of you might actually be so ready to do this that this is what has put this creation in motion, actually. And so, of course, they also want me to point out that there's 555 here, which is high frequency quantum information in your field. It's portal energy, Libra. This is really, really wonderful. And so there's some advice here to detach from something, some kind of disappointment, Libra. Really detach from something that might have happened in the past, could even still be lingering now. And they're saying once you really fully release the anxiety around this, detach from whatever this heavy, burdensome sort of energy is, it's going to sweep you, actually, they're saying, into this positive quantum stream. And by positive, they mean flowing toward what you actually desire, what you actually have created and want to see occur in your life. It's really going to introduce a fully functional life to you, Libra, as you see it. This doesn't mean you guys are dysfunctional, okay, or not functioning, but there's some sort of way that you see your life operating that is operating on all cylinders, so to speak, right? Like every compartment, if you want to think of it that way, it doesn't have to be compartmentalized, of course, but all of these functions are operating like cogs in a machine. And this is fully functional. That's what they're saying. It's going to really open you up to a lot of beauty and potential, many, many options that you probably could have been having trouble seeing when you were sort of inundated with whatever this anxiety causing experience may have been. This is going to be different for you guys. If some of you didn't really experience anything that caused you major anxiety and you feel like maybe you're kind of very balanced there, then it's really a great time then and really high potential for you to jump feet first into this stream that wants to sweep you forward toward this optimism, this potential. Okay, so the energy is good either way. You don't have to be in this state of anxiety, but use this momentum anyway. That's the point. Use the momentum. There are heart openings on the horizon, Libra. It's beautiful, okay? Really, really beautiful. So I hope this makes sense. Beautiful Libra soul family. Let me know if any of it resonates below, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Aquarius soul family. First of all, there's something that wants to be said right away. You're going to overcome something during this time, something around this full moon situation. Now, everything is energy. You do not have to let the phases of the moon or the alignments of the planets necessarily dictate anything. But this is energy that's already set in motion, remember, and it's from higher perspective and according to what you've already created, what's already in your situation, okay? So try not to be overly wrapped around details and apply this wherever it goes in your lives. This could be a deep, serious situation. It feels important. I'll say it like that, Aquarius, and that's a good thing. This is good. There's something heavy or light that you're set to overcome, all right? And it seems to be involving a connection or a misaligned relationship. Let's put it that way. Something was confusing, okay? You couldn't see the whole picture, and it might have been around soulmates, people close to you, but whatever this is, you're going to shift out of this confusion or whatever this experience is that kind of doesn't make sense into some kind of clarity. And it's really fun, joyful clarity. It's not just like you're going to get clear and then, keep moving, but you're still upset about something. It's really, you're going to really disconnect yourself from this confusion and let yourself feel joy. Now, that is what the energy supports. So of course, we all have choices. We have free will. We can use this energy to our advantage. You may feel like you don't need to even use this energy because everything feels fine. But then remember, Aquarius, then something might pop up, and where maybe it might have been confusing, now you'll know, I'm going to overcome this. This energy supports shifting out of this. Something's going to resolve. And there's going to be healing in a home situation. And whatever this is, you're going to get your creativity, your feeling of passion and excitement around your comfort zone. And so, yeah, there's favorable progression, whatever this is. Just know that, Aquarius. If you know automatically what this is concerning, there will be favorable progression. You're going to move forward. So they really just want you to know that right away, Aquarius, okay? All right, so this reading is set to activate synchronicity for you so that you can replenish yourself, fill your tank, and then you will have whatever is required to step into some kind of new experience, some kind of new adventure, Aquarius. So many of you may already be desiring this. Some of you may or may not know this is already on the horizon. You may see something or something may ignite in you and you want to take those steps forward. And so this reading is to activate into your life what you need to do this. This reading will also be working to clear any lack consciousness, Aquarius, so that you can feel grounded and have the confidence to move toward these things. And so you guys, overall in your energy, you guys are acquiring some type of balance here. Might be balance between your feminine and masculine. It could be you just fully accepting self and coming away from the social conditioning a little more of the previous paradigm, something like that, right? Something that lets the true you feel allowed to just be free in the world. Whatever this is that you're releasing to do this or that you're bringing into your life, that is why this energy is bringing some sort of wish fulfillment, some sort of adventure. Something that you want is definitely wanting to come toward you. That's the reason for this activation. And this also pertains to this sort of situation that might not have been clear, perhaps in a relationship. The energy is definitely favorable to heal those things as well because of this balance. It's a general sort of balance. And that's why we always say, put it where it applies. Everything is just energy. For one person, it could be a specific situation. And for you, you could apply it in a positive way and say to yourself, the energy is favorable for this. This feels good. This is in line with what I'm getting from my own intuition. Always follow your own intuition, and especially toward healing, okay? Very favorable right now toward balancing things, Aquarius. So I hope this makes sense. Beautiful soul family. And I will talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste.